Right, all this is a punched out circle. That's the mask. And I'm going to have playtime. Now, playtime involves doing absolutely nothing that you've seen in the television. Haven't masked it down, using my fingers, and just going back and forward. I'm going to put in my base for some grass. I'm deliberately making it slightly darker so that it can be seen. Also, a little tip is if you rest your ink against the edge of your mat, it's very good because it stops it sliding all over the place.
Right, and that's Tim Holtz Distress Ink Peel Paint.
You can use Tim Holtz or you can use Adirondack. And if you start off with lighter colours, you can really get some welly into it and get it going. And I'm not making any particular style, I'm just putting it on as my base colour. I'm also going to now put on the sky. And this will be my sky base colour.
And we're using faded jeans for that one.
Yep. Only because that's the colour I like. Then you have other ones and other ones, and it's like painting them all.
Yeah, it's great because you never know how they're going to turn out.
They never turn out the same.
We've had many sessions now.
Well,
2, 3.
At the end of the day, you can do it as often as you like, and I've got one there that I'm using as a base, and it will not turn out remotely like it. But because I'm doing it this way, you can angle it around whatever way you want. And this is the blue.
We should have said what card we're doing, and that's just the 160 gram.
It's 160 gram, and very often if you've cut a piece of A4 in half, you're left with all these wee bits. And I would not use good cards until you've had plenty of playtime, because it makes it very frustrating and you just put all your brushes away, you don't bring them back out again. And that's not the idea of it. I'm going to bring in another colour. This is one I do where I just
Juniper.
This is juniper. It's a strange one because when you start doing hills and things, you don't know what they're going to come out at. This is a piece of scalloped A5 card which has been totally mangled. You can use, if you want, the scalloped edge as a practice one, or you can just rip it across. Oh, nearly putting that up in the hills, up in the sky. That was good.
Hills in the sky.
And
that's good.
nor, you'll be very impressed, nor am I putting this on straight.
Jaunty angles.
Jaunty angles all the way. I'm just going to turn it round because you will see it begins to give you...
That's good, you can really see it now.
I'm not actually even thinking about it. And that's a strange thing because I always think things through and try and have them terribly organised, as you all know. But this is one of... we'll take this colour and slap it on and we'll do it at an angle and see how it works out.
And if it goes wrong, the good thing is you keep going over it till you get it right.
Well, yes. Well, you do, because you can really do whatever you want with it.
It's marvellous.
It's your one, and I have great admiration for the experts in the television. But I know that they're in university with degrees and things like that now. I'm in nursery school mode. I'm in learning to just play with shapes and shadows, which you will see are just beginning to come. And this is actually, usually takes me about an hour and a half to 2 hours to do. So that's given my grass a little bit of life. So what I'm going to do now is take another colour.
Last time you put some pink in, it was really nice.
Yeah, I want to put some pale blue in first to tone down the blue. And I'm going for whatever colours you have in your...
This one's tumbled glass.
Okay. And I'll turn this one round this time. Is that right? Turn this one round.
Test it on your scrap paper.
Good idea.
When in doubt, try it out.
As you can see, I've been testing a few things. You can't usually see this. I think this is the right way, actually. Strictly speaking, I should tear the other end of the card, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to have my clouds going whatever way I want, really, because that's the whole idea of crafting.
I tell you, remember one of the ones I tried? It was supposed to be a sea scene that ended up as Highlands.
I remember that one. You had a great big dollop of purple somewhere in the middle of it, did you not?
Yes, I thought, no, not working.
See, if you have a big dollop of purple, now there's a change of colour coming in. And that's just, it's like my hair. It's not.
The
it's a
bristles,
bristle.
the bristles come out of the brushes.
But you can actually, it's okay, you should have this all lovely and masked all over the place and stuck down, but if you want to play and learn just how to feel the brushes and get on with the inks, then you don't want to oh, these look like blue mountains, but hey, oh well, we'll maybe make them mountains.
Who knows what they'll turn out like.
So I'm going to bring in, what have I not used? Pink. Was that pink I used last time?
Yes, this pink sherbet's really nice.
We'll have some pink. If you know where the lid of that one is, that would be excellent. I think that's it there. So I'm just going to add in some pinks, and again, get your pad at the edge of that part there. The bigger brushes, I have to say, do cover better. They were out of stock at one. They're all back in again.
Ink duster.
Ink dusters.
Blending brush.
Ink dusters.
And the website's on the brush. And we got the other ones are royal brushes.
These are from the local craft shop. Craft World.
Craft World at Hillingdon. In Glasgow, Scotland. Now let's see. Helps you put it around the right way, Alice. Royal.
With this you think you're putting on masses and masses of pink, but look, you're not really. You're not really putting on masses.
It builds up
pink.
slowly with the brushes.
And you can, if you are, once you get confident with it, which is why I'm not doing it, is go for whatever distress inks you have, whether it's Adirondack or Tim Holtz. I would go for lights, first of all, and stick with the lights, because you've got to really go some to make some colour, and if you make a mistake, well, you don't have to go an awful lot to make it better. So I brought some pink in.
And these brushes are terrific for going over the Cuttlebug folders.
Yes.
Giving them some colour.
Was that pink I used? So I'm going to go into, I'll do this one.
So whatever inks you've got, and foam pads and brares and brushes,
is use what you've got. And in the next part we're going to do the
rubber stamping.
We're going to do the rubber stamping part of it, because, oops, on you go at the edge there. But this is just offcuts of card. I'm just playing around with colours at random, moving them around. And you also can use whatever stamps you've got. Sometimes you've got stamps that you've put away and think, oh, they were lovely stamps. And I know somebody, including myself, that does that. And it would be awfully nice to bring them out and say, hey, well, I actually made something with them today. So you don't have to stick to, if you've got a stamp verse you really like in a stamp, use it. Now I think I'm just going to probably put a little bit more green in my base again. Maybe use your sage this time.
Ruth made up a wee card with all her colours on it, which is quite helpful when you're looking for a specific colour. Memento, Adirondack and Tim Holtz. It's the ones we're using for this.
I have no idea how this is going to work out, so we'll just go. I have not used this because this is Alice's colour.
Of course it changes over the top of the other one, so you never know what you're going to get.
You just get a bit
Unless
of a
you're good
grey
at art.
shadow. Well, that is something I've never been.
We were told we weren't good at art, so it's fun to do something that actually looks a bit like art.
I would love to see my art teacher and say, hi, remember me? The one you said, sit and just play yourself while the others are arting crafty stuff. So that is, underneath there is where you've got your, is it there?
Oh, that's nice. Now we should have said also that, show them the punch for making,
well,
you need
that's
post-it
not,
notes.
that's not your
no,
punch.
But that's the little one.
That's a little one, which I've still to buy my friend one. I wasn't sure whether she would want it or not, but that's a smaller sun.
So depending on you want small or large sun and moon, choose a circle
Do you know,
punch.
in actual fact, if you don't have a circle punch, I would say you can do it, you don't have to have a moon.
That's true.
You can actually just colour that in, because that's what we see getting done with these, so we think they should be done.
Barbara Gray says what? You can draw around a coin to make your mask as
Yeah,
well.
I'm quite sure you can. Sure, there are, I'm into Playtime is of using up what you have. So that's going to be where we are with the.
Show them how to colour in if you want it as the sun.
Oh, as the sun.
You take the bit that you've cut out.
Of it. Oh, that one there. Yes. If you wanted to make that sunshine, or what I would like to do is to do a proper sunset one, is you, where you've punched out your circle, you then place that exactly over your circle there, and you would colour that in oranges or yellows. And I have to say,
you don't go over the
be
top
very
here.
careful with the oranges because they are, I know orange is the in colour, but then there's orange and there's orange. But I'm going to leave mine plain. So, next stage, stamping. Okay, this is where we've got to at the moment. So we're going to turn this back round. And first thing we're going to do is remove the mask. And we're going to work on the stamps. The first stamp we're going to use is the coppice. Now you may have other tree stamps that you have. If I do this down here, I'm using Memento ink for this one. One thing I like about these ones is they've got a little bit of base to them which makes them, so I'm going to put these on. I'm just going to put, for this one, I'm going to put them on there and play safe.
Straight in the middle?
Yep. On this occasion I am, because if it goes wrong, I've got to go right back to the beginning again. That doesn't sound too good.
Yes, you can place them slightly off the picture, but that's
I have
for
done
another one.
I have done them slightly off the picture as I did in that one there. But this is just Playtime. Next one is using vines. I'll stamp that one as well. Put it down here. Again, just using the same ink. And I think I'll put this one
Nice wee diagonal.
in about there. It's going to be off the page, but that won't matter. I have to apologise for those who are not from Scotland who maybe lose some of the words because I go fast. I must do better. I will try and speak slower. And this one's going to be, what did I say it was going to be? That way round, I think. To be slightly different and slightly over the
Wee bit into the moon this time.
uh-huh,
That'll be nice.
about there. I'll put that one down as well. Gives you that one.
Witty.
And when you lift that off, of course, you've got your, it's beginning to look remotely like the other one, which is good. Now there are lots of beautiful words that you can get from Inkalicious, but you can also use your own stamps. And I found a stamp that I had, shall I say, bought a few months ago. Thought they looked very nice, but never actually used them. So I thought I would just use a different one for this one. And I'm going to place this over here. And this says, a friend is someone who reaches for your hand and touches your heart. This is just in case it doesn't work out, you'll know what I was meant to be stamping. And that gives you that one there.
Yeah, that's fine.
So you can do various things with that. Once you're happy with what you're doing, I have to say I haven't done that yet, but you can mask round the edges with and then you'll have a nice edge border. But you know, sometimes when it looks so good with this lovely border around the edge of it, it looks as if it's bought and you haven't spent any time doing it at all.